Hi, I'm hungry. I wanted a grilled cheese. If I'm being totally honest, that was the goal. I went to the store, I was literally just, all I needed to buy was bread and cheese. I'm house sitting, they have butter here, it's fine. I was gonna keep it simple. It's my last night here, I didn't really want to get a ton of groceries. There was no cheese in this store that I wanted to buy for a grilled cheese. I don't know what was going on. The deli supply was just absolutely decimated, and I didn't feel like waiting in line behind like 4 or 5 other people. So I just panicked, and instead I bought garlic breadsticks, Texas toast, and a margarita pizza. Is that too much for me to eat at once? Absolutely. But I'm cooking it all anyway. Because I don't have my tripod with me, I know that the angles of this are just ever so slightly awkward, but like, I do have my plate of food. I'm not gonna eat all of it. I know that I made way too much food, okay? I just plan to eat the rest as leftovers tomorrow, so I'll eat what I want tonight, I'll have the rest tomorrow. I have a feeling that when I play this video back later, in edit, while I'm editing, I don't know, anyway. There's a hole in the middle of my breadstick. You can see it from back here, but I'm like, they're gonna need to see it all the way up here. In post, I know that's a term, but in post, I'm gonna realize that I have way too many like cuts in between segments. Ten out of 10 would 100% and probably will 100 times more eat this garlic breadstick. The only thing though, so maybe like 9 out of 10, something about the consistency of the bread is very slightly off, but for a frozen product, it's pretty dang good. I will be eating at least one more of this tonight. The dough inside's a little bit softer than I thought it would be for garlic breadstick, but that doesn't make sense either because the bread of the garlic breadstick is soft in a way that I wasn't anticipating. Not that I really know what I was anticipating out of it. I thought maybe it would be, I don't even know what the word is that I'm looking for. Less doughy maybe, but it's really good. Like, it doesn't taste like raw dough or anything like that. It doesn't feel like raw dough. It was just not what I thought it was gonna be. It wasn't as light. It wasn't as light and fluffy as I thought it was gonna be. Maybe that's what it was, but it was really good. Like, it's not a problem. It just wasn't what I was anticipating. 100% will be eating those breadsticks though. And I already know that I like Texas toast. This is just a brand I hadn't heard of before. I did wait for the 2 of these while the pizza was in the oven, and the pizza is gonna cool while I'm eating these so that I can eat it. But the pizza was in the oven for like 16, 17 minutes, which was too long for these other 2 things to sit and cool. They're not as warm as I want them to be. That's totally my fault. Fresh out the oven when they're like piping hot and burning your mouth. Probably amazing. I don't have any real reason to be doing like a random food tasting review weirdness, but I was hungry and I was bored. So it's like, yeah, why not? And last on the tasting plate, this is way more fresh out of the oven than the other ones. First impressions, not thrilled. I don't think anything's wrong with it. I think maybe I should have left it in the oven a couple more minutes to let it crisp up, but like the edges had been browning and bubbly And it is like a thin crust, whatever kind of setup. I don't want to leave it for too long. There are obviously frozen tomatoes on it because it was a frozen margarita pizza. And they do seem to kind of have that frozen, watery, I don't know if you want to call it texture or taste to them, but they do. I would eat this again. I would. And I'll be happy to eat the rest of it. I think I just need to leave it in the oven a little bit longer if I buy it again. Could also be that the baking tray I put it on is a little bit thicker than I'm used to using, because again, this isn't my house. So their baking sheets and whatnot are a little bit different than mine. That could have been a problem too. I think if I was to take like the leftover slices home with me tomorrow and heat them up in my toaster oven, that they would be great. Okay, I'm less hungry, but I'm still hungry, so bye!